Hello, welcome back to another weekly review for Research Methods Safety 701. Quick announcement, I'm going to be heading out of town this week, so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I will be checking email, but I'm going to be really busy. I've got meetings for 3 solid days, so it may take me a while to get back to you. So if you need anything from me, please try to ask me at the latest Tuesday night. Sorry about that. But I will try and check email throughout the week. So far, we have 22 of 25 students who have their topic approved, so that's awesome. I'm just waiting on a few late submissions for this week. 24 of 25 of you have completed the CITI training, so if you haven't done it, please do that soon or immediately. And we already have 6 of 25 students registered for their presentation. Some of you had asked about the pre-recorded. That's fine. It's whatever works for your schedule. Holding a live, group presentation on WebEx is meant to be a kind of a gift, an advantage. You get to interact with classmates, and it's more fun that way. But if you want to pre-record it, totally cool. So for this week, just keep working on your proposals. Comparing week 4 to week 5. As you can see, we're having some consistencies here. There's some things that go up. There's some things that go down. I think you guys are overall doing a really good job. We do have a few students that have fallen behind, and that's kind of my focus right now. Is I want to see if we can get them caught up here in the next week. And as far as discussion board posts, it does tend to decline this week. It always kind of crescendos up to week 4, and then there's a little bit of fall off. And I expect that to continue into week 6 because now you guys are really focused on your individual projects, and the end is near. The end is nigh. Okay, so also I want you to continue to look into different types of research study designs, and most importantly, keep it simple. As far as the quiz goes, the scores are pretty good. Let's go over 3 of the questions. This one here, correlation research allows the researcher to answer questions such as, and the key word was cause. Correlation does not infer causality, and so right away you could eliminate those 2. This one here that says there is a significant difference between the scores, that is a simple t-test, or possibly a z-score, but t-test is what I would run. So the correct answer is there a relationship? 2 more, and these are more applied, so I know these are a little bit more difficult, but I kind of want to work through them because maybe this will help you in the next quiz or next 2 quizzes. It talks about a researcher wanting to study whether a problem-based approach to teaching works better in economics than the traditional method. The traditional method, so what they did is they set it up so there's 3 sections of traditional, 3 non. So it's like 3 controlled groups, 3 non. I mean, you're allowed to cover more variance that way. The traditional is the control group. That's the way it's always been. And the question is, does teaching this problem base result in higher academic performance? And so the treatment group is the one that gets the problem base. Placebo means there's no effect. That doesn't apply here really. And the sample is everybody. So the correct answer is control group. The next one is the researcher wants to know if there are different opinions regarding the value of public school education between Native Americans who have at least one relative who attended a certain boarding school and those who have no family experience with the boarding school. So we have 2 groups. We want to see what they think. Now, there are a lot of other things that go into what they think because their neighbor could have done it and they may have learned from that. So you probably want more numbers to try and make sure that variance is controlled, but they only put 35 in each group. I question that. I think that's a little bit low. And within that group, the researcher wants to make sure that there are a range of ages represented in male and female. Now, when he expressed those, immediately some of you may have thought factorial design, and only one person said it, but the factorial design is over here. There should be distinctions between all the groups. He's got 2, I don't know, Dr. Rao, it's a he or a she. There are 2 distinct groups that are being sampled, and they're just trying to ensure that there is a similarity in ages and genders represented. And so, by all means, it's not experimental at all because there's no real treatment. They're just sampling. So it is ex post facto for those who got it right. Where do we go from here? Well, this week we're getting into, it's the second week of research design. Sorry, my brain left me for a second there. But please sign up for the presentation. There is space to indicate whether you want to do a recording, and there are 2 columns. And so you can, just because the first column is filled doesn't mean you can't go the second. We're going to try to limit all the presentations to 6 people, 6 students or less. The week after gets into data analyses, but that week you're probably going to be more focused on your project, I'm assuming. And then in a couple weeks, we do the presentations and the final paper. So we are very close to the end, but don't dive like this guy. That's not a good idea, even though we won the race by doing it. So what do we, why pursue non-quantitative? I mean, some researchers don't believe in non-quantitative research. In the safety field, though, when we're completely exploring something new, it's good to begin with either group discussions or interviews, because you're trying to understand it, trying to create or identify variables when we don't really know what they are. And so, again, I put on here, exploratory is the key, and there's also mixed methods, which you're doing both qualitative and quantitative, because the qualitative should give you what you want, but you do the quantitative just to try and balance it out. Here's the different types of qualitative research methods. And finally, here's the mixed methods. You have both a qualitative and a quantitative component. Some researchers, don't like that either, but I think in the real world, it's a good insurance plan to make sure at least you have something to determine an answer, find an answer to one of your questions. So as I show here, I want you to keep doing what you're doing, but I think more of your energy and more of your focus is going to be getting that, filling in the gaps, making sure you have all the details and literature you need in order to write a proposal, and sharing it on the discussion board, talking to me, talking to Naomi, or to other experts is a great way to do it. So that's all I got for this week. Again, I'm going to be gone Wednesday through Friday. It's going to be difficult for me I'm not going to be able to meet with anybody. It'll take me a while to get back with email, but I'll be having office hours again next Sunday. So have a great week.